Please be advised of the disclaimers.
Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's Sai with Pinnacle Trading here. As we know, huge market earnings coming up this coming week, and we have Apple. So if you want to play Apple earnings, I have a solid strategy you can use with options. So if you are having shares already held, you can play with earnings with that, but I'll show you a solid option play that you can use for earnings with a limited downside risk and also great upside profit potential. So if you're new to the channel, I make a lot of trading investing videos, how to get started. I have a playlist for that if you are new to trading investing. And so let's jump into it. So let's look at Apple chart right now. So last week what we saw was that it gapped up pretty big. So went from about 128 to 130 all the way up to 140 close on Friday, just a couple days ago. So when we look at the yearly chart on this one, we can see steady long-term growth. And when we look at the max chart, all-time chart on this one, we can see that it's been going up a long time and it had a forward split, which is great news. Tesla had that as well. So that's a solid growing company. So that's something we want to play earnings on. Usually, majority of the time, Apple usually beats on earnings. That means it's the real numbers are better than expected numbers, and also it beats on earnings, means it gaps up over and after hours. After it reports, the stock price usually goes up unless something happens with the market or so. And we can see that Apple earnings is going to be this Wednesday, January 27th. So that's going to be after hours, 4 p.m. So let's jump into it. So how do we play these earnings on this one? When we look at the chart, we mainly want to identify the support resistance. So we can see support right here on this at 130 area, and we can see the next support at 125. So if we want to be a little bit aggressive, we would have gotten in on this trade a couple of days ago or last week or before, just to capture that option premium. But if you are already into this one, you can't go back in the past. So we want to look at this to grab these on Monday. So I'll show you this setup. So before we look at the support level, which we identified at the 130, we want to look at the option interest. So we can see we want to go to the single, and then we want to look at delta open interest, and then we can see that 130 and the 135 area is where we have the puts region. That means people are expecting it to drop to that region. Open interest is 29,000, 11,000 for 130, 131. And then we can see there's huge open interest and volume on these at 145, at 150, the big hold numbers. And we also see the 140, 135 to 140, huge open interest compared to the put side. So we know that even if it drops, people are expecting only to drop to about 130. You can scroll up and see more if you want on this one. You just enter more strikes, but we see that people are mainly expecting to drop to about 130 at the max, but they're expecting it to go up a lot more. So we want to anticipate what other people are doing in the market and go along with what they're doing and kind of play it from there. So we're looking at people are expecting this to go to about 140, which it already has this past week, and it's expected to go about 145 to 150 area. So we want to play our earnings play along with that. So we want to do a vertical. This is going to be a credit spread that I'll show you. So we want to look for the 129, 130 because we expect it to stay above 130 as we've seen that from the puts, the open interest and the volume on the option chain. So we want to click that one and we want to sell these. So let's look at one of these. So if we buy the 129 strike and sell the 130, we want to do that in one order. So that puts you in a credit spread 129, 130, and we want that to expire the 29th. So earnings are 27th, Wednesday, and these will expire 29th. So if all goes well, Apple goes up, or even if it stays sideways, this premium, since you're selling the premium, that premium will drop, and that goes in your favor, and you capture that premium. You can close the order, maybe if it drops 50%, and this goes to about 0.08 or so, you get 50% return on the trade. Or Friday expires over 130, and that's going to be the best play. And you get to keep all the premium and you let it expire. You don't even have to close and pay commissions. So I'll show you this. When we click confirm and send, we can see our max profit is going to be 17 and our max loss is going to be 83. So we do have to put up collateral for this one, but our max loss is going to be 83. That's a collateral, and our max profit is $17. So when we do the calculation on that one, let's pull up the calculator right here. So we do 17 divided by 83, we get about 20% return on investment on this one. We have a 20.5% ROI potential on this one versus a loss of that. So it's a lot better than shares, but also more risky, but also we're limiting our downside risk and are capping our max profit on this one. So I'll show you on a chart, which looks a lot easier. This is optionsprofitcalculator.com. I use this one because it's a nice visual if you're new or to options, if you just want to get a simple visual on this one. So we have the Apple, we're buying the 129 strike as I showed you here on that one, and then we're selling the 130. So we're selling the 130, which is writing that 130, and this pulls up everything at the latest time, but it can lag sometimes during the market hours. So I go based off of this one, but you can also use this one in the after hours. Now it's a weekend, so everything's already updated from Friday. So we're getting about 17, so 0.7 times 100, everything in options is times 100. So we have our entry cost at 17, which is 0.17, but that's our max profit as well. We enter at, and we have our max risk at 83 if it expires below 130. So we can see that wherever Apple goes, let's say Apple goes to about 145, which is right here, we get $17 max profit. And let's say it goes to about 141, we get max profit. Let's say even if it drops to about 135, that's $5 from current price, we still get to keep our profit. Long as it expires over 130, we get max profit. So even the Apple price, let's say it goes to 200 some reason, we still get max profit at 17 because their max profit, max loss is capped. So I hope that makes sense on that one, but I also showed you on this Thinkorswim, breaks it down easier, but this website shows you a nice little chart. But you can also do that on Thinkorswim. You can also do the analyze trade, but I won't go too much into that one. So that's just how I'm playing this one. You can also change your strikes, but if you go a lower strike, you go more conservative, your profit will be capped a lot more, so you get less profit and you have a little bit less risk as well on that one. If you want to go more aggressive, let's say you want to go over 135, you can see that one, you'll make a lot more on that. So, but you mainly want to look at the chart, identify the key support levels, where you expect it to stay above, and then what I do next is look at the option chain, look at the open interest volume. You make sure to have that on single and look at open interest, volume, calls and puts, and then go ahead and then make your order on that one on the vertical. So I'm not a financial advisor anyway, so these are just my suggestions, but you can play it however you want. You can also play with shares, you can also do straddles, verticals, you can even sell puts, which is a nice way if you already have 100 shares or if you have amount for the 100 shares. But there's many ways to play options and the stock price as well. So I hope this helped you out. If you are new to the channel, make sure to hit that subscribe button and the like button. And also we have a free chat room where we call out all these alerts so we can look at this week's notable earnings. So we'll post everything live, and the chat room is free to join. The link is in the description, or you can join using the website pinnacletrading.us. Scroll down and click the join now for free button. And also if you want to learn how to do these option strategies, this is a pretty advanced strategy that I called out where we did the vertical credit spread. So if you want to learn how to play options, stocks, how to read the charts like I showed you, etc. I just showed you a simple way, but if you want to learn how to do more advanced, grab my course that I offer. Stock market education, we have trading and investing, and also some of my secrets to you. So I hope this video helped you out. If you found it helpful, make sure to hit that subscribe and like button, and leave a comment below what you think of Apple earnings.